Well, let's get to you all about that crucial and very interesting aspect that has emerged out of Tamil Nadu's elections. Actor-politician Vijay's poll debut has been the most interesting talking point in Tamil Nadu's political landscape at the moment. Riding on Vijay's cinema fame earned over 3 decades, his TVK party's candidates contested in all 234 seats in Tamil Nadu. In fact, Vijay himself is in the fray from 2 constituencies, Perambur in Chennai and Trichy East, with the state Assembly election results now due on the 4th of May. The million-dollar question is whether Vijay could be king or kingmaker in his debut. Now, most exit polls predict that the DMK led by MK Stalin will continue in power. DMK winning successive polls in Tamil Nadu is a record in itself. Remember, since the 1970s, the DMK has not won 2 back-to-back terms. If the Stalin-led DMK manages to pull off this victory, it would be meaning a sustained dream run for the Dravidian party. The DMK-led coalition swept the 2019 parliamentary polls in Tamil Nadu as well. They won the state polls in 2021 and swept the parliamentary elections in 2024 as well. However, there is one exit poll by Axis My India that goes against all the others. That one predicts that Vijay's party TVK could emerge with the most number of seats, potentially upsetting the ruling DMK's fortunes. Can Vijay single-handedly disrupt Tamil Nadu's political arena? Well, that has been dominated by the DMK and the AIA-DMK for over 5 decades. Can Vijay be the next MG Ramachandran? Well, MG Ramachandran, or MGR, who's a former 3-time Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, began his film career in the 1930s and he shot to fame in the late 1940s. He carefully cultivated his image as a savior of the poor and the marginalized. Then in 1953, MGR joined the DMK. He used his film career and popularity to attain stardom in politics as well. He was a major factor in the DMK's first electoral victory in 1967. After 2 decades of meteoric rise in the DMK, MGR broke away and founded the AIA-DMK in 1972, owing to ideological differences with the DMK leadership of the time. MGR led the AIA-DMK to victory in 1997, 1980 and 1985 assembly elections. He was known for focusing on the poor, the women and children through social welfare initiatives. He held the Chief Minister's post from 1977 until his death in 1987. While MGR did have a cinema background that he converted to political fame, remember that MGR was not just any actor who forayed into politics. By blending cinema and his political career, MGR had gained immense political experience and popularity during his 2 decades in the DMK, which was then the emerging political force in Tamil Nadu. It was after this that he started his own party. Now, put this in contrast to the TVK and Vijay. Vijay has jumped straight into the political fray with no prior political experience or an established party machinery. Vijay is betting big on his own popularity, his ability to attract the youth and women vote, and the voters who are fatigued by the 2 major Dravidian parties of the state. The 51-year-old actor and politician could potentially become a major political force in Tamil Nadu. Now, despite Vijay's popularity, being the next MGR is widely regarded as a very high bar. All of this will depend on the final numbers that emerge after vote counting on the 4th of May. All right, moving on, the fight against Mexico's drug cartels has entered a new phase, with the U.S. pushing for the extradition of sitting Mexican Governor Ruben Roca Moya, who has been indicted by an American court on charges of drug trafficking. The U.S. Department of Justice has alleged that Moya was elected governor of the Sinaloa state in 2021 with the help of the Sinaloa cartel, who allegedly kidnapped and intimidated his rivals. He has been accused of allowing Los Chapitos, the four sons of this cartel's former leader El Chapo, to operate with impunity. As per the US, he promised to protect them even though they illegally transported massive quantities of drugs to America, also facing charges of possessing machine guns and destructive devices. He can be sentenced to life in prison if he's convicted of all the charges. On the other hand, the Sinaloa governor rejected these accusations as bereft of any truth and dubbed it as a violation of Mexico's sovereignty. However, Mexico announced a probe into this matter to ascertain whether there is a legal basis for his arrest and possible extradition to America.
The Office of the Attorney General will launch an investigation to gather all necessary information to determine whether there is evidence establishing the likelihood that the charges brought by US authorities have a legal basis for requesting arrest warrants.
Now let's take a closer look at the Sinaloa cartel. It was founded by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman in the 1990s. It rose in prominence quickly, controlling nearly 60% of Mexico's drug trade at its peak. Despite El Chapo's arrest and the extradition to the US in 2017, the cartel remains a formidable force and now split between Los Chapitos and factions that are loyal to El Mayo Zambada. It is among the 8 South American crime groups that are designated as terror organizations by the US. Amid increasing pressure from the US president over the last few months, Mexico has been cracking down on drug cartels. In February, Jalisco New Generation cartel's leader El Mencho was killed in a military operation. This led to considerable violence in Mexico, resulting in the death of at least 73 people. Earlier this week, the drug mafia received another blow as Mexican special forces arrested drug lord Odias Flores Silva, also known as El Jardinero, in an operation involving over 500 troops, 6 helicopters and several planes. He was captured after 19 months of surveillance. The charges against Ruben Roca Moya also pose a political conundrum for the Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum, as he also, remember, belongs to the ruling Morena party.